Hey, everybody. As we get closer and closer to the election, we're all getting the phone calls about which candidate to vote for, which candidate to not vote for, propositions and different local elections and stuff like that. And I thought maybe it would be a good idea to do that with finger guns. So I'm going to call some random people and let's see how it goes.
We take calls at this number, but feel free to text us back.
Okay. All right.
Learn more at Democrats.org.
I'll text you back for sure. Let's try this number here.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless.
Oh.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Okay,
Please
no,
check the number and
that
dial
makes sense.
again.
No,
Announcement 4.
No, that makes sense. Okay. Let's see. Maybe we try this number here.
Get this valuable number today at 800.com or by texting 800.
Oh, okay. Another wrong number. Okay. All right. That's kind of okay. Let's see. All right. Let's try. This person says their name is Gregory. Let's see.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless.
Okay.
Your call
All
cannot
right.
be completed.
All right. I'm just gonna dial a random number and let's see what happens. Mom, I'm trying to do a bit right now, so just like pretend like you're very interested, so we get more people interested in it. Oh, hi, random person that I've never spoken to before, and I just wanted to let you know I'm calling from Finger Guns Comedy, and I would like you to check out. Are you a fan of comedy?
Oh, yes, I am. Are you selling T-shirts?
Well, as luck would have it, I am. But let me tell you a little bit more about the show. It is a comedy show where we do bits and mess arounds, and we talk about local stuff, and we try not to swear a lot as well.
I would not be interested.
Oh, okay. All right. The people have spoken. They want Finger Guns Comedy. We're a grassroots campaign with just a bunch of spunk, and we're coming to a podcast app local to you. Nailed it. Welcome to Finger Guns Comedy.
Hey, that's what this is. It's a Finger Guns Comedy. We made it. Oh man, how exciting! I'm sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on one second. Hello? Yeah, I've heard of Finger Guns Comedy, Adam. We're doing the show right now. You said you couldn't be here because you had a gig. Adam, come on, man. This is sad, honestly. I'm gonna host the show for you, okay? All right, bye. Sorry about that. Adam's not here, so things are wonky. Although I guess he called me. So that. Well, look, y'all. I'm Ezra. I'm the new one on the Finger Guns. I'm not that new anymore, but I still consider myself to be the new one. Mike Birbiglia has an album called The New One, and I think it's about me. I'm so excited to be here hosting Finger Guns with you all today. You watching, you all at home, cuddled up in your beds, thinking, "Man, I wish I had some Finger Guns comedy." Well, like the people behind me, good job. You made it to bed. I'm happy for you. Wow. I don't know why Amelia said sound in the comments, but I do know that I'm going to add her into the show right now because I want to find out what she meant by that. We're going to meet some people who you already know if you watched the show before. If you haven't watched the show before, then you're going to meet them for the first time. And the first one here is Amelia. Hi, Amelia.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. I just ran into a tech problem, but we're adapting. We're adjusting.
Oh, your sound was the problem?
I think it was my sound. Yeah.
Oh, I was worried it was my sound, so I added you in just to make sure we were okay. Because if I had said all those words so fast for no one, oh man, that would have been terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Nice green screen.
Thank you. It's just gonna be green today. We're still
Cool.
running with 2013 text. So.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about Adam phone banking for the show instead of doing the show?
You know, I try not to put a lot of load on Adam, but I think I draw the line right here. That's kind of messed up, and I think he should have called earlier, not right now. Definitely.
I think that would have made sense. I mean, because we have a great show coming up. We have writer, improviser, and in my opinion, I was told to say the most beautiful woman on the whole planet, Cara Meyers. So,
oh yeah, I got a quick look, and she's beautiful.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's great is she's also smart and cool. So we're gonna talk to her later. That's exciting.
Oh, heck yeah.
And then we're gonna see the usual suspects. You know, we're gonna talk to Ed, we're gonna talk to Denzel, and we're gonna talk to you, and we're not gonna have to deal with Adam or Steve. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh man, what a fun show. Okay, well, hey, let's do that. Let's get Ed in here. Ed, you welcome to the show.
What's up, babes? I'm here. I'm live. I'm posting to Instagram right now because I need to get the message out. Listen, we're here. I'm starting a new business. I'm Bono's younger brother, Mono, and as you can see behind me, I'm curating a new list, cuties and cardigans. That's my new brand. I was dropped by Canon. I believe that's who I said picked me up in the last episode.
I
No.
could have sworn it was
the Polaroid?
Pretty sure.
Polaroid. Yeah,
the
that was
Kodak.
Polaroid.
It was one of the cameras. I'm so upset. I don't even remember which camera company it was. To be honest, they dropped me. They said, "Hey, we don't know you." They sent me a cease and desist letter.
I'm sorry.
They made me give my jacket back. Luckily, I bought a new one off of Wish. It cost me half the price.
Hell
The
yeah.
material was twice as worse, though. But listen, we're here. We're living. We're thriving. Listen, I just turned 28 not too long ago. Let me rephrase that. I just turned 20 great not too long ago. Next year I'll be 20 fine. And I'm still out here. I'm looking for dimes. I'm looking for dimes. I'm looking for dimes, man. It's spooky season, like I said last year. Sorry to interrupt you, Ezra. Ezra,
you go, man. You keep going.
listen, I see the
talking, bud.
people behind you. Someone take a screen cap of this. I look great. I also look like a scummy landlord, to be honest, and like a bookie. I look like a bookie, to be honest. I just need like a fucking cigarette and a cocktail. But listen, like I said last week, it's spooky season. It's spooky season, and I need a spooky cutie. You know, I have a beautiful Halloween themed bouquet that I need to send to a boo thang. So we're gonna talk about DMs today. You know. It's a little spoiler alert. We're going to talk about DMs today and how I can slip and slide inside of them.
The DMs.
Inside the DMs. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Well, and Spooky Cutie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get Denzel Ward on the show. Denzel,
Yeah.
how are you?
Uh-oh.
Denzel's
muted for some reason. Let me unmute him. You're unmuted, babe. I want to hear you talk.
We're all doing it, so it's not working.
Here we go. Boom,
There
boom,
we go.
gang, gang. I'm here. I am happy. The Lakers won. We are champions. That's all I really got. I don't have a lot of volume control because I'm limited on my technology at the moment. That's why it's so dark. But I'm
I was gonna say,
excited.
it seems like you're either underwater or outside, and I can't really tell which.
I'm gonna not answer that and stay mysterious.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
He's
good
underwater.
answer.
I think that means he's underwater.
You believe what you want to believe, my man.
I will.
I'm also setting up for the fact that, I've got this hot, like, Among Us game coming up later. The people don't know, but there's a hot Among Us game session that I got coming up later. And I'm
Do we
already
want to
in
talk about the
character.
controversy? Do we want to talk about the controversy that was happening yesterday while we all played Among Us?
Are we talking about your controversy?
Yeah, do we want to talk about my controversy?
I mean, I would love to get other people's take on it because Ezra and I and Denzel, I like to think we're
Bring Cara in here.
proficient.
Yeah.
Bring Cara in here.
Okay.
Okay, let's get Cara in here. Our guest today is, as I already mentioned once, but I'm excited to say again, a writer, an improviser, the most beautiful woman in the entire world, who every dating app keeps matching with me, Cara Meyers. Cara, welcome to the show.
Hi. Hey. It's more fun when you don't preface that I asked you to call me the most beautiful woman in the world, but it's
What?
totally fine. The first time you introduced me, you said she had me say the most beautiful woman in the world.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
So yes, every dating app ever wants me and Ezra to date.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real thing like this happens to you guys?
Yeah, I decided we are in the same poker group, and finally one day I was just like, "Have you noticed that we keep trying to get matched on Hinge?"
That's great.
And I was like, yes, I've intentionally not mentioned it.
So I purposely mentioned it.
Steve, why? I mean, Steve's not here. He's not the one burning tech. But why did I get made full screen? There we go. Yeah. Cara, about that poker group.
Yes.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, we don't play poker anymore, but I like it. It's just like a group I get to talk to on Facebook chat, and occasionally Friday nights we also play Among Us. And let me tell you, I was the imposter 90% of the time, and it made me so uncomfortable because I hate lying.
Oh,
and I'm bad at
that's gotta be stressful.
I think the only thing that helped me was that I was the imposter 90% of the time, that people were like, she couldn't possibly be the imposter again.
Yeah.
We had that last night too with Amelia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except I think we still
I
voted.
hate it. Yeah. A couple
I think we
times,
did.
yeah.
I
I
did.
I feel you that, Cara, because I sweat profusely when I'm the imposter, and then we were playing on Zoom last night too, so we could see everyone's reaction too. So now we're just trying to keep cool and figure out how to murder people. So
I've only played once, and I was the imposter so many times that I still don't really know how to do tasks.
oh.
But I feel like I got a good strategy down, which I'm not going to share with you because I don't want you guys to take it from me.
Well, I think that's what we were going to get into. Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, so
strategy is what the controversy was.
Okay,
Mono, you want to talk about this?
Oh, yeah, I'll talk about it. So yesterday was my first time playing, and there was a strategy that I was trying to implement where every time I would see a dead body, I wouldn't report it right away. I would wait a little bit, go in and out, left and right of whatever room that I found the body in, to see if I can spot someone that had just left the area, and then I was going to go back in and report it. It always backfired on me because as soon as I went to find someone would walk in and they would immediately suspect me.
Because you were always around a dead body.
Yeah. And I
good.
wasn't. Let me just say this also. I wasn't the imposter till the very end of the games. We played a lot, and to be honest, I feel a little bit cheated because the entire time there was a group of like 4 people together doing the same task over and over again. So like, hey, how do you want me to kill you if you're all together at the same time?
Yeah.
So it was rough. It was rough for me, but I still ended with a lot of W's. I still, I got Amelia a couple times. I got Steve a couple times. Yeah. I got Denzel a couple times.
You did. You did.
But my strategy, I think I'm gonna keep rolling with it. I'm gonna keep rolling with it because I'm an honor system kind of guy. I'm an honor system kind of guy, and if you don't believe me, you're gonna send out the wrong guy out the spaceship.
Yeah.
The thing that kept happening to me was I'd kill somebody and then accidentally immediately find the body because I'd forget to move. And it like maybe 6 times.
Oh my
but I think that worked for me because people would be like, oh, she just found the body. She couldn't have killed that person. But then sometimes we're like, Cara definitely killed this person and then found their body because she didn't know what to do. So it's not the best strategy, but it was one. It was a strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only problem with Ed's... Oh, go ahead, Ezra.
No, go ahead, Denzel.
Listen, man. No, you go. No, you go,
I was
man.
just going to say, and the most important thing really is not having a good strategy, but just having a strategy.
Yeah, definitely.
I really wish Denzel spoke instead.
No, I mean, I was just going to say, like, the only issue, like, with Ed's it's just, like, when you're dead, and like because you can't obviously speak to anybody, like you're watching, like, yo, you look so suspicious because you just walked past the body. Like, there's a part of his strategy that he didn't like include when he was explaining it, where he would, like, if you see 2 people together, you kind of chill off to the side, see who comes out. That's great, but don't like walk past the body if you just see it dead. It's It's just bad. I respect his honor system because Ed does have a great honor system. I benefited from that honor system. I did, but
Yeah.
I because I wanted to see him win. I was like, damn it. I think it's just what it is. I get so excited when people are the imposter. Like I want people to win. It's the best way to win.
It is.
It just feels so powerful.
Ultimately, I'm really excited to turn this whole podcast into an Among Us podcast.
Absolutely.
I think that it would be very fun. I mean, we've talked about it, before the show yesterday and a couple of times in the last couple of weeks. But watching people play Among Us could be awful, but it might be really fun.
Yeah.
Like we could make that a show. We could just put it on.
You could try. You might fail.
I guess in the comments, if you're watching and you're thinking, wow, I'd really like to watch these people play Among Us, let us know. And if you really wouldn't, also let us know that. So then we can make a decision.
I don't know. I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
We could provide with both comedy. We could also provide with like gaming content too. So there's the two communities that we'll definitely hit up. And plus, we had a really good time playing last night, didn't we, guys?
Absolutely.
It was all right. I was upset.
That's too long of a pause. I felt nervous asking that question.
It was all right. I don't know. What I didn't like about it is that we couldn't talk while playing the game, only when we're doing the meetings. Because let's pull back the curtain. Listen, I was playing. It was my first game or so, and Denzel was the imposter, and I saw him kill someone, and I shouted out, "Someone!" I said, "Someone call the meeting." And then everyone's all like, "No, you can't just say that out loud." And I was like, "Why not?" I saw who died. I saw who killed him. And then we got to the meeting. They're like, "Oh no, you can't do that." And I was all like, well, I mean, I did. I didn't know. And then I honored I honored the honor system because I didn't out Denzel. And then Denzel killed me afterwards, and then he won, I believe.
Yes.
Why didn't you out Denzel if you knew?
Because I had messed up. I had messed up in blurting out, "Someone call the meeting," and at that point I was screwed one way or another. Either I lose a life or I lose a friendship, and the friendship meant more.
Wow, that's important.
And then I will say that because we were there, it was like, okay, I know Ed's gonna vote because he voted himself instead of just like skipping. I said I could easily vote Ed and get him out. I said, but that's not honorable. He honored this. I need to give him a warrior's death. So I murdered him right after the meeting.
And I accepted it. I stayed right next to him. I knew what was coming, and I mean, listen, it had to happen. It was for the best. It was for the best. Yeah. I mean, Among Us is like, it's like, I don't know, man. I just want to talk. I want to talk to you guys. I don't like being restricted to just these meetings. It's
that makes sense. Sorry, Cara, go ahead.
One of the times when I was the imposter, I couldn't stop talking during. Ezra, were you playing with us then?
No,
because I kept being like, "You guys, come help me in the emergency!" And then finally, one of our friends was like, "Cara, you can't say that anymore." I was like so determined to show people I was not the imposter that I could not stop talking.
That's so funny.
Which is then how they get the imposter.
Well, but surprisingly, this show is not supposed to be about Among Us. At this point, everybody watching is thinking it sure is, but it's not. That was an accident, but a happy one.
Speaking of happy accidents,
say that again.
I was gonna try to do a what do you call this, a segue? Yeah, I was saying, speaking of happy accidents, let's talk about how we can all have one eventually. Let's talk about, but if you got something else to say, Ezra, please.
No, I'd
continue.
love to hear where this is going.
I know.
Well, I was gonna lead into the DMs. I was gonna lead into the
we're
DM
going there.
talk.
Yeah, let's go there. Let's do it.
Well, no. If we have something else to talk about, listen. I'm mono right now. Mononucleosis. I'm Bono's younger brother. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Like I said, cuties and cardigans. So I'm
let's
here.
let's call
Whatever.
that a tease then. We're teasing that eventually we're going to talk about how to slide into DMs properly. But before we do that, we have Cara here, and God, all we talked about is Among Us and not Cara, which seems like a mistake.
That's okay.
But I feel like we've learned so much by listening to her strategy thus far. I've learned a lot. I've paid attention. I've learned. I've been listening.
There's a lot to learn about someone by how they play Among Us.
Yeah,
I'll tell you my strategy because I'm chatty and I need to. When I'm the imposter now, I don't kill anybody for like the first 5 minutes because I want people to think I'm on their side. So I follow someone around and then I'll sneakily leave and then go kill somebody. So that someone's always like, oh, Cara was with me. Cara was with me doing this. That's my.
Yeah. I love Cara all the more now because that's literally what I did yesterday. And it made everyone so nervous.
Yeah,
we were great strategy.
Each other for a while there,
it's a good strategy.
But, it is a good strategy. Do you think that? What do you think that says about your personality?
I want people to like me. I like people. You know, I don't want to disappoint you. I don't want to kill you, but I also want to win.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I have to do. And I don't want the ship to like blow up and that's how I win. You know what I mean? That's a bullshit win. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. You want to earn it, just like you want to earn people's respect. This is
Wait a minute.
Okay.
As the imposter, you can win by just having the ship blow up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now I'm getting all the rules of the game.
That's why you sabotage stuff.
Oh, I just thought that was to like get them separated so you can Oh, okay. You see, that makes a lot more sense because I didn't know. I thought the sabotage was just like, like window dressing.
I think the map we were playing the third map, and I think that one doesn't blow up.
Yeah,
because
you're
when you're on the first map, the ship, you can just sabotage the reactor, and that thing will blow, man.
Oh, okay. So it didn't matter for me.
Everyone dies. Yeah.
We got back. We segued away from Among Us, and then
No, this was on me. I feel like it was on me, and I'm sorry.
No,
don't apologize.
Let me apologize. I'm sorry I look so fucking good, man. I'm sorry I look so fucking good. Listen, Steve's not here today. He's a very good friend of mine, and Steve's usually shirtless on the show. So I figured I had to embody his spirit, and I came shirtless with the cardigan. I also had to prove something to Steve because, listen, Big Daddy's in the house, Steve. I know you're watching. I know you can hear me. Big Daddy's here. You want chest hair? Come to Daddy. I'm right here. I got the best chest hair in the family. I got the best chest hair in the house, babe.
Wait, Mono, I have a real question for you.
I have a real answer.
Do you like when like your romantic partners call you daddy?
Not unless it's my mom, no.
We can move on to the next question.
It's like he kept being like, "I'm Big Daddy's here," so I had that question. I was like, because I don't like calling men daddy. I think it's weird. But the
It is
amount
weird. No, don't call me daddy.
Stuff to me.
No. I'm Big Daddy like Adam Sandler's Big Daddy.
Okay.
Yeah, just in title only and in box office draw, but not very literally, I guess.
Okay, well then don't do that in your DMs because I get that a lot in my DMs.
Oh no. No, I don't have a strategy per se, but I have I guess a wide array of techniques to sort of slide in.
Oh man, and we're gonna get there, and we're gonna hear them. But I just want to tease it. I just want to tease it in the second half of the show. No, that's okay.
That was a hell of a segue, though. That was a hell of a
segue.
I should have knocked that shit out of the park. I was like, oh, she did that. That was fucking good. That was good.
And I just slapped it down. I'm becoming a mode over here. I'm so sorry.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that reference.
I thought you and only you would. On this crew, we need Danny dick pics for another basketball supporter on here. That's our good friend Danny Carpenter. That's his handle at Danny dick pics. I didn't just
Look at
it wasn't weird. It wasn't weird. I feel weird. Okay. But yeah, I think the daddy thing is bizarre. I think it's really bizarre. I think I have no interest in calling anyone or being called daddy at all. That sounds bad to
I
me.
agree with you. I think it's weird, but some people out there are super into it, and it's weird. Sorry if it's for you guys out there, but
yeah, look, the last thing I want to do is daddy shame anybody.
Yeah.
Nah, let's fucking do it. Let's get in trouble. Let's daddy shame them. Because why? Why do you want to be called daddy? What what is wrong? Where are the wires crossed? What do you like about being called daddy? Is it like a power trip? Do you like being called daddy because you like the power?
Maybe.
It definitely is.
Or is it just like some sort of a fantasy role play where it's like it's taboo, so that makes it hotter and that does it for you.
I don't know,
because that's I mean those are the categories. I mean, what are like the most popular categories of porn? You see it on.
Here we go.
I don't
I mean,
think we should tap into
are we not
that
going to talk about this?
category.
Are we not going to talk about this? All right.
I agree with you. It's bizarre that that's a popular category. Amelia, you've been awful quiet during this part of the conversation. What do you think?
I'm tapping out. I think I'm gonna let everyone else talk about this conversation. I was waiting for Denzel to say something. He's been biting his tongue.
No, I mean it's just I don't know the daddy thing. Here's the thing though.
He can't even look at us. He can't even look at us.
I don't like daddy, but like I've never been opposed to like Poppy, but I tend to like, and then he's like came up and like even like in New York, like Poppy is such a universal like term, like I don't know, like that one doesn't bother me as much as daddy, but it could also be years of my fear of commitment that just terrifies me. Like that's 18 years of that's more than 18 years. That's how little I understand about it. That's just I don't like it. Daddy, I'm no one's father. I have not assisted in creation. Do not call me that. I don't even call my own father daddy. I call him father like I'm fucking the kid from God of War. I don't you know what I mean? I don't call me daddy. How ironically there's a podcast called Call Me Daddy. I don't know if you guys know anything about it. And that's neither here nor there. I'm just going on and on because my brain is really like just mulling over what Ed was saying earlier. Like it's got to be some sort of weird. It's gross. Anyway,
I'm so sorry.
For me, I think like maybe if this wasn't the immediate association in my mind, it could be okay. But my dad's parents, my grandparents, call each other mommy and daddy in conversation. So every time I hear it, I think of them, and like I can't, that's not sexual for me at all.
I have a very healthy relationship with my dad, so I could never call a man daddy, like in all seriousness, in like a sexual way. They'll be like, no, it's gross. But also, I don't want to be called mommy either, and I'm like, no, thank you.
Amelia, what do you call your parents?
Mom, dad.
Yeah.
I don't call them like in the Spanish terminology like papi or mami or anything like that. So
yeah, because I'm growing up. I'm gonna interrupt you because I felt like answering the question fully.
Please.
Growing up, I would call my parents Apa and Ama because I was just sort of like a Latino or Mexican sort of like shorthand mom dad.
Yeah, even like Papa or Mama. Yeah.
Yeah, and then as I got older and I started, becoming, I guess, more cognizant of just of the individual, of the grown up that I had become, I like elevated it to just I call my dad Pops and he calls me Pops. And my mom is still my mom, so it's a lot more. Obviously, they're my parents. I love them and I have a lot of respect for them. But now it's like they see me as the adult that I am, and there's an ever increasing amount of respect that they show me as well. Obviously, they still call me son and mijo whenever things are like
Yeah.
You know, they get emotional stuff like that. But a lot of the time, it's still very much like we're on the same playing field in terms of respect. You know, so that's what I was wondering, Amelia, because you also come from a Latin background just like me, and I thought that might have been, you know, a little. I thought you might have been able to share a little nugget of information, but you didn't. You
I
mom and dad.
I can say that I have not called my dad daddy, so I have no emotional attachment to the name.
My dad always told me to call my mom Tia. I don't know why. Let's. This was an attempt at a joke. It didn't hit.
I got it. It worked. It
No,
worked.
it didn't.
Okay. No, we're Jewish, and
it made me sad.
It made you sad.
Made me
Okay, so
sad.
it worked. No, I grew up Jewish, and my family's not like the speaking Hebrew kind of Jew, you know, not that into it. So I just called them mom and dad, and I still do. But I remember growing up with people with like other kids who called their parents Abba and Ima, and not like, I don't know, not thinking it was weird, but thinking it was different. I guess I don't know. It's just another language, but it seemed relevant, and I brought it
It's
up.
funny. Now I
Relevant.
can call my mom, like, I went through it first. Like, when I was younger, I definitely called my mom mommy. And then as I got older, I started like just calling her like mother or madre just to be silly. And then now, as a fully grown adult, I literally refer to her every time I see her as the woman who birthed me, just to be like silly. Like, I say the whole thing because I feel like that was a kid. That's what you are. And I say it in public. I say it in private. You know, it's just what it is. I also would just like, I'm trying to like stay so PG on this topic because this isn't that kind of show, which is why I keep looking away, because I'm really trying to cater my words specifically, because this could go left and I don't want it to.
No, I do.
Yeah. I'm trying to be good here. I'm trying to be good. Trying to be contained. Not trying to just kill
Not trying to be
everybody
like
in the first
me.
5 seconds.
Just let it run wild, man.
Nah, man.
Okay, well,
No.
well, as anybody watching the show at this point might have noticed, Steve isn't here, and he actually sent us a video to explain. So I think now's the right time to throw that up there, and I'll keep talking until it happens. But for me, I think the thing there we go.
What's up, Sotelo gang? It's your boy Steve Sotelo, and today we're gonna be doing something really fun. I'm gonna be doing something for the first time I've never done in my life. I'm getting a rectal exam. As the Sotelo gang knows, I have a history of hemorrhoids and flare-ups, and so I'm just getting a checkup. Maybe there's something wrong. Maybe it's cancer. I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna be heading over to the doctor right now. I'll see you then. All right, Sotelo gang. I'm outside my doctor's office. I called them and said, is it chill if I record the process of the doctor doing the rectal check? And they said no because of some HIPAA laws or something. I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm just giving you guys this simple message. And then I'm going to give you a rundown of what happens as soon as I get back in from the appointment. I'll see you guys in a little bit. I don't know what I was expecting. That that wasn't fun. He just was right for it, and he just shoved his finger in my butt, and he said I was fine, but I don't think he was a doctor, because he said add a girl to me once he put the finger in, and he slipped me $20 at the end of the checkup. Um, What's up, Sotelo gang? Earlier today, I did have that rectal exam. I did kind of break down, but upon further investigation, it is revealed that that was not a doctor who gave me a rectal exam. Apparently, he is someone who hangs around the doctor's office and asks people, "Are you here for a rectal exam?" And so, me actually being there for a rectal exam, said yes, and then he was like, "All right, let's go around the back." And so yeah, it wasn't a doctor, but the authorities have been contacted. He is in jail, so hopefully this doesn't happen to someone else. But it does raise the question of why isn't there enough information being spread about people giving rectal exams when they're not doctors? And so for me, since I have a following, since I do have an audience, I'm going to help spread that awareness. So I do have some merch for the awareness of getting rectal exams and making sure that it is by a doctor and not just some stranger. All the proceeds will go into figuring out how I can help spread that awareness even more, whether it's a foundation for a rectal exam by doctors, making sure that you're always going to be getting a rectal exam by a doctor and not a stranger. So I trust in Sotelo Gang doing the right thing, buying that merch, helping me spread that awareness, and helping bring to light something that is, in fact, saddening, and it's a terrible thing. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Sotelo Gang forever. Sotelo Gang out.
Wow. Well, I felt bad for Steve for a little while, and then I mean, he turned it into. I hope we sell some shirts and he actually donates some money. Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. That was funny as shit. Oh my god, that was too good. Man, I give Steve a lot of shit. That was genuinely funny. I don't know why that got to me as good as it was. Oh, it's too long. His exam was too long to be done by a fake doctor. That's such
I
like
watched our viewership numbers steadily drop throughout the video.
Yeah, I thought I saw that.
Oh my god. It was like, because you know what's funny? Like, this, aside from Steve's video, like that procedure for dudes, like I know, like when you're growing up and you hear like you have to get a prostate exam or something like that, it's like a weird thing for a lot of dudes. Like, but it's just funny, like the idea of going and being like, hey, it's not a real doctor. So just another guy was just over here probing you for about a good 15 to 20 minutes. That's wild. I don't even know if we should continue to talk about that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, that's bad, is what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's gonna happen to anybody for whatever reason, I feel like in real life that could really happen to Steve. Like, I don't know why I feel that way.
Oh no.
I feel like it could. Just something about it, man. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve. But like, can we?
That happens to Steve a lot. Is this like a typical Steve move? I don't know Steve very well or at all, really.
I want to say it does. Unfortunately, these types of things just happen to be thrown on him.
Yeah, it's got a very it's a very like out of nowhere sort of life that Steve Sotelo leads, but that's why.
Yeah, I mean, I remember last time he told me he went to get a checkup for a cold, and he came away with a free popsicle from a guy who was just standing outside the doctor's office. He never went in. They just instead of a tongue depressor, he got a popsicle. Which I mean, that's tough. You guys, anybody else remember anything like that?
I remember one where he had told me he was getting his flu shot, and then he said he woke up like passed out in front of his car. That's the one I remember.
Yeah, I remember that too because it was like he went to get a flu shot, but then he was flown. Anybody can explain that?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That was a good joke. It was a good joke. I believe like that.
Ezra joke. That's what that was.
See, Karen knows me, not Steve. And
Freddie
she's
was
right,
like,
though.
"Oh, word, Ezra, keep going."
No, yeah, he was flown. He was you know how like they're like fly POTUS in here. It was like that, you know?
Oh.
Or they're like, let's fly in a boom mic, you know, when you're on a set. Or it was like he got carried by a bird.
Yeah. Denzel, I know you grew up with him, so you have to have a story.
I mean, I guess there's this one time where he was supposed to be like getting, I don't know, he was like his kidney removed. It was something. As you guys know, Steve is a bit dramatic, and I think he had a stomach bug or something like that, and he freaked out and went to the doctor, and somehow came out 150 pounds lighter. But he's just been telling people that he worked out. I don't know. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. He's got a lot of odd things. I think they actually just took some of his organs and sold them. But you know what? I think, guys, we should just cut the malarkey and let's give the people what they want. Let's give the people the conversation that they need. A lot of people need assistance. A lot of people need to know what not to do in these situations. Much like Steve needs to know when someone is just lying to his face, people need to know how to slide into the DMs. Okay, we've teased it enough. Let's go. Let's dive into this thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
I mean, that's what we're here to talk about. How to help everyone, but specifically Ed, slide into DMs.
I have some like real hot takes on this, and I think that this is why Ezra asked me to come on the show. My DMs get slid into a lot, and I get a lot of messages on my dating apps that are all very ridiculous. And my hot take here is, if you don't know somebody, do not slide into their DMs. Because honestly, I have never, not once, no matter how attractive you look on your Instagram, I haven't responded to a DM if I didn't know somebody. If I like tangentially know you and we follow each other, then you can reply to like a story and I'll talk to you. But if I don't know you and you just like come in, like right now I have a few DMs, like one of them's a 17-year-old boy saying hi to me. Like, no, you're trying to get me arrested and murdered? I don't think so. Also, like 17? No, thank you. I'm 31. I'm old. I can't handle that. So I'm sorry, Ed. I don't know if that helps you, but if you don't know somebody, I feel like anytime someone slides into my DMs, they're just sliding into like everybody's DMs.
I have a question. So you said you're on dating apps, right?
Yeah.
I've seen, we see these posts either like on Reddit or Twitter or Instagram of like these incredible like pickup lines, whether they're incredibly bad or incredibly cheesy. And I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong in saying that I assume you've seen some of them.
Oh God, I have. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I do share a lot of the DMs I get. I haven't done it in a while, but I'll go back to it. And the first lines people send me are ridiculous and terrible.
You haven't gotten like a real good one, like you that's made you want to reply, even though you may not know them.
I have, well, like on a dating app, yeah, I have, and I can tell you what I like personally. If someone's gonna like start a conversation with me, I want to know that you read my profile and you're not just messaging me because I have big boobs. That's like a woman with
right on.
So would a good opening line then be, "Hey, I read your profile and I'm not just messaging you because you have big boobs"?
No, okay. So on my profile, the two biggest things that people like respond to is I wake up to the same Tupac song every day, and I've done it for like almost 5 years now.
Okay, what's the song?
What's the song?
I say first round is on me if you can guess the song. So a lot of like, opening lines or someone nobody's guessed it right though, not one person.
Okay, we all have to guess now. Oh, but that would out it on your profile.
Yeah, no.
Listen to the show, which
Ghetto Gospel?
Guess in
Is it Ghetto Gospel? But the one with the performance that he did with Elton John?
No. I think it's I like well now I have to put a little like a little thing after it, but I like celebrity conspiracy theories. And so a lot of people will like message me with their favorite, but like stupid ones. Like there's a theory that Beyonce is really Solange's mom. I don't believe it, but it's very fun. And so I like those. And I get a lot of messages about people's favorite conspiracy theories.
Right on.
Yeah.
Is it All Eyes on Me?
Nope.
I don't think it's one of its popular songs. I feel like it might be a deep cut.
I don't think it's that deep of a cut. I'm gonna be real honest with you.
Really?
It's definitely a song that is played on the radio, but it's not the song you think of when you think of Tupac. I mean, it's my favorite song of his, so it can't be like that much of a deep cut.
I mean, is it California Love?
No.
Because I feel like that's the most. Yeah, that's the one I think of when I think of Tupac on the radio.
Yeah.
I mean, there's changes. There's like, I mean, I Get Around. I guess technically might not be his song. But
that's it. You did it.
I Get Around. Yeah,
that's I Get Around.
It's like I think that's
really?
technically. I think I don't. Is that technically his song?
Yeah, he's the first and third verse, and the Digital Underground's the second verse. But it's his song.
I think because I knew it was with Digital Underground, but like that's like a really fun. Because when you say "wake up" to it, it's like that's a good wake up song. Like "Change" is not a good wake up song. Like "California Love" is, but like "I Get Around" it pops. It's like "I Get Around." It's a even though it's
you don't
so crazy.
hear it enough on the radio that like when it is played, it's not like I'm like, oh, I gotta go somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is. It's such a fun song, and so it's crazy to me that people cannot guess it. And I'm like, it's.
Well, they're gonna guess it now. Rest assured, they're gonna guess it now. I mean, you've made me want to just put Ghetto Gospel as my wake up song. Just talking about this.
Do it.
You know what's interesting
My
about
wake
like
up song
DM?
goes like. It's an alarm.
That was good. That was good. I thought you were gonna sing a U2 song, and there was gonna be a joke towards me.
Yeah.
That would have been good. I should have done that.
So okay. So back to the dating apps, because I've also seen like a lot of people post like their Instagram handle on their profile, and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm not on this too much. Message me on whatever."
Yeah.
So. I mean, obviously, to each their own. You know, whether you reply to someone, even if you know them or not. Obviously, every person's different. But I would imagine if they're saying "message me on here" because I'm not on here, that would give you I guess a lane to explore.
I agree. Yes, but then I also wonder how much of you being on a dating app is to get more followers on Instagram.
Exactly. Every time I see that, I'm like, no, they're not really here.
Oh, yeah, it was like they're not trying to date. They're trying to like get it in and get followers. Because when I used to have my Instagram handle, and like as a plus size woman, I feel like I have to like lead people to my Instagram so you like know what I look like, even though I feel like I represent myself well on my dating apps. Ezra, do I look like me on my dating apps?
Absolutely. Every single one.
All of them. But I stopped putting my handle on my Instagram because people are, I mean, on my like Tinder or anything, because people would then message me on Instagram being like, I swiped right on you on this, but like I can't wait to see if you swipe right back. And it's like, no, wait. You should wait it. I won't. Like,
You know what I think about like just DMs in general? I think that because I have like a lot of friends that are women. I have some friends that work as sex workers, so they have a whole different, like a whole nother slew of filth that comes through their purview. But I always find it interesting, like when people talk to me, because like with the story thing that you mentioned earlier, that's like a way to be just accidentally find yourself in someone's DMs. Because like I see, like when you follow someone and they post something funny, like my go-to is like, ooh, I just like to react to people all day. Like I want you to know that I appreciate this funny thing that you posted, but I don't expect you to respond. So it's like I don't know, but I feel like with dudes anyway, there's a thing where this is gonna get like I guess like more deep than necessarily wanted it to, but dudes
do it. Let's go.
Dudes, because I don't think most men view women as anything other than, I will clean this up, a sexual object. I think the initial conversations are always so loudly like, this is obviously what you want. It's not just like to have a conversation. You know what I mean? It's not just like, oh, this was funny. Like it is a situation. It's like, you don't have to, like the concept of DM slide to me has always been a funny thing just to read memes about. But like the amount of violations that go down in these, like, they're outlandish. There's a lot of outlandish, unnecessary activity. Like the number one at the top of the list is obviously unsolicited dick pics, and it's just like, it's just like, you know what's like, even as a man, right? I've never, like, I'm a pretty confident individual, right? Like I don't really have, like I can carry conversations with people. It's fun, but I'm not the level of confidence where it's like, what's the main thing that she wants you to want to see? I got it. My meat. This is it. This will really bring her home. Like, I don't know, like, how confident is that? Like confidence? Is that like a sociopath that you think that your dick is gonna be the thing that works? Like, no. I know she didn't react or
you have a
respond.
lot of thoughts about this.
Yeah.
No, because here's the thing. I have a lot of friends that are women. Like probably 80% of my close friend group are women. And I also have a lot of people I know that are just in the industry where people think, hey, well, you do sex work, so clearly it's okay to sing you my dick. So I get I have a lot of these conversations. Like even my best friend has gotten some out, and she's a makeup artist. Like she's got her daughter on her profile. It's just a very wholesome. There's some memes will drop every once in a while, but it's like, where in this? Like I just never understood it, and I have always, like I said, I have thought about this a lot because I've never thought to do it. Like I've never thought.
Thank you.
I've never thought my dick is the thing that I'm gonna sing. That's right. That'll really get her going.
Yeah, I am not a sex worker. I have so much respect for them, but like my Instagram's not that crazy. Like, yeah, I have a lot of pictures of myself, but I'm a curvy. Sorry, my cats are fighting. I am a curvy woman who's like very busty, and a lot of men send me dick pics and then feel like, because I'm not what like America says is attractive, because I'm a bigger woman, that I should be thankful that this person wants to show me their dick. And I know that happened. Like, I know it happens to any woman who is like not a size 2 white blonde woman. And I'm very aware of that. But men think that because in porn and other places, like we are very sexualized as like different, that is how they see me, as a sex object. So they're like, here's my dick. And some guys also truly just that's how they shoot their shot. They're like, I know what I want. It's sex. I'm gonna send you my dick. And like I've asked a few of them, I'm like, does this work? And like they're like, yeah, sometimes. And it sucks.
Well,
it's also like,
lying. I mean, there's like it can't work that much. I don't know.
I hope not, but also I don't know. I mean, it's as simple as just like asking. Like I have had,
that's true.
I have had a guy who nothing happened with him, but he told me that he used to be in porn, and I was like, oh, like, you know, how did you get into that? Because I don't know what to say, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah. I'm very well endowed. Would you like to see? And then it's like, yes. You know what I
Oh, yeah,
mean? I
he
do.
offered. He didn't
You offered
thrust it
and
at
you
you.
said
He
you
offered
were
it. That's
large.
different. Yeah.
I do want to see. But it's as simple as like asking, and like most of the time I do say no. But there are some times where I'm intrigued. But that doesn't mean like unsolicited never works. I'm never gonna like see a dick in my DMs and be like, "Ooh, I need it." You know what I mean? What I do is send it to all my group chats. And
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah.
I can. Yeah, I've seen a lot of the Dick's kerosene.
No, you have not seen a lot of the dick size.
No, just
You've
3.
seen the tip of the iceberg of what I've
Yeah,
got.
you sent 3 and felt very uncomfortable about it, and now I made you come talk about it on a podcast.
I get them, and I do think a lot of it is because if you're not what the media deems as attractive, and I understand like right now a lot of that is changing. Typical men like to look at you as a sex object, and that's how they treat you, and it's like completely not fair. Even if you, it's just ask, like truly ask. Someone out there's gonna say yes. Also, I don't know if all you want to do is have sex with me. Just treat me like a human being for like a little bit, and then the chances of it happening are much higher than if you just slide in immediately and go, "Look at my dick." You know what I mean?
That's what I've never understood about it. Is like, how does just being like, fuck?
Yeah.
How does that? How do you possibly think that that's the way in? Everybody wants a human connection except dudes who do that, I think.
Exactly.
And I don't understand it. I don't
A lot
understand
of us do though, and that's the interesting thing. But it's like, that's always my thing. Like, so it does work. Like, I know it's like, oh, I hope it doesn't work that much. But it's like I've seen it work. I'm just like, wow. Nah, I'm okay. I'm not that. Like, also, let's just get it out there. Dicks are ugly. I'm just gonna say that. Like, they're not. It's not like. It's not. I'm not like sending you this beautiful piece of artwork. Like, they're not. You know what I mean? It's just. And
I
they're
like
basic photos.
I enjoy a dick pic when I know the person. I'm like in a relationship, any type of relationship with them, and like it's like consensual. I'm like, yeah, let me see that dick. But other than that,
Hey now.
you.
Amelia, you're in a long-term relationship. Does any of this conversation feel relevant to you in any way?
I mean, like I've mentioned before when we kind of pitched the idea of the DMs, I've been in a relationship since 2016. So a lot of the things that happen with like the dating apps and people sliding into DMs and the game that changed during that year, I know nothing about. So anything that I'm learning right now is brand new to me. So that's why at one point I'm just like, got it, unsolicited. No.
Oh, I was seeing you look down. I figured I didn't know you were taking notes. That's very funny.
What's it like to be in love in like a loving, healthy relationship?
Oh, it was
all of us.
great up until quarantine happened, and then I had to respond to texts. I had to answer calls. I had to plan virtual dates. And I'm a very free-spirited person. I'm pretty flexible, and I'm pretty like I don't mind making plans last minute, but if I have to make last-minute plans for every single day of the week, I'm gonna lose it. But I mean, like I think being in a relationship this long, I'm still learning new things about him. I'm still learning like what he's comfortable with, how he handles like with pressure, how he handles getting an education and all these things, because we met pretty young. We were both pretty he was 19 and I think I was 20 and during that time.
Oh, you're a baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm 25 now. So.
I'm 31, so anybody under 30, I'm like, you're a child.
Okay, I get it. But yeah, so like I like to think we just. What was that?
I'm a 29-year-old little boy. Please keep going.
I like to think that we kind of grew up together in a sense. So like where we were learning things about each other, we're definitely still learning a lot of things. I'm learning a lot about him, how he handles being in quarantine, and he's handling how I'm learning in quarantine too. So yeah.
Nice.
Ed, how you feeling? Did any of this help you? Are you ready to get into some DMs?
None of it helped me. I mean, we're talking about an orange that's orange to me. I mean, obviously, don't fucking send a dick. I mean, people that send a dick pic, you know what they are? They like to be called daddy. People send,
That is
guys who send
true.
dick pics
That is
like to
true.
be
So
called
true,
daddy.
yeah.
It's like, I mean, to go back on that point of like, of like why they do it. It's like, it's bound to work at some point or another, and due to that detriment of it happening, it's gonna keep happening. You know, and that's truly what it is. Like if it's worked once for someone, then they've told someone, and they're gonna do it, and so on and so forth, along with the person who initially did it continuing to do it. You know, it's like
a
it's
disease with a pathogen
it's like-
vein we can track. I mean, who was patient zero of dick pics?
Oh, God, I would love to meet him and like punch him in the face.
Yeah, I bet it was Trump.
Oh, just that little tiny orange dick getting sent around. Ugh, gross.
yeah, it's like I mean, but these things are just like they're more so common nature or common sense. I'm sorry, in terms of like, you know, I'm not like again, if you're sending dick pics, you like to be called daddy in bed, and you're also delusional. Like, come on, like much to Denzel's point, like is that all you got? Like you got a dick and that's it?
Mhm.
Like that's what you're gonna open with?
Yeah.
Right.
Like be creative. You know, put a little hat on it. Put a little
You know what
mustache
I
on
like?
it. You know, give it a
In the vein,
kidding.
in the idea of like some tips. Here's like, because I'm not like because I'm a silly person. So when I see people post things, I always tend, and I make fun of people a lot. So I tend to always like just make a joke out of everything. Like if you post, I don't know, of course, now my mind wants to go blank. Like I had a homegirl the other day post an outfit, and for whatever reason, people thought that she was like she didn't have on any pants, but it was a short set, and so she was talking about it, and I was just like, I just said something silly because she knows me. Though. That's the other key. Like Cara said, if you know someone, she knows that I'm super silly. I was like, listen, you wanted to be naked on camera. It's fine. We don't care. Move along. Like like be like you. You have to know the people that you're DMing. I've never just seen someone on Instagram click on their story and just went, "Ooh, here's a joke," because you're not even gonna get my humor yet. Like you have to build up to that. Create at least, I don't know. Like I don't know how to tell people not to be like just douchebags. I don't know. I don't really speak douchebag other than like I speak asshole because I am an asshole. But like I don't speak like douchebag to where it's like, oh yeah, this is work. No, it's not. You're an idiot. You're dumb.
Now I'm interested what the language is between douchebag and asshole.
That's a whole nother podcast, but I don't want to get into it right now. We're an hour in. I don't want to get into that conversation.
Yeah, we don't have time today. We are coming up on the end of the show, so I think
Yeah, a lot of, but also let me just rehash something because
yeah.
Like Denzel was speaking on like on like reacting to like an Instagram story and to his homegirl. A lot of this DM talk that we're having, it's like, to me, it's like I don't really want to if I'm a friend of yours on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, like the chances are that we're just that we're friends. You know, we're like it because I don't really do social media like a lot in terms of like being on it. I mean, you see people with you see friends of yourself that have like thousands of followers, and it's like, or it's like really you have 1,000 followers, like like 10 people. I know who you are, and it's like it makes no sense, you know. but that aside, it's like I don't add a lot of people. I don't have a lot of followers. I don't have a big following. So anyone that I do know that I follow, it's like I'm within arm's reach of you. I've known you for a while now, or maybe I'm just getting to know you through your job or whatever. And it's like I'm not necessarily interested in that with you because I obviously met you in person, and if that didn't work out for whatever reason, it's fine. I'm talking about like someone that I don't know per se, that I'm not necessarily at arm's reach, like a friend of a friend that maybe that maybe gets posted like on an Instagram story that my friend posts, and I see and I go and I'll reply like, "Oh, your friend," like, "Oh, who's your friend?" or something like that, something of that nature. Of I'm not within arm's distance, I guess. Of her, I keep saying arm's distance, but it's like I don't know what other phrase to put it in.
No,
And that's
yeah,
sort of
what
a
you're saying.
that's the sort of DMs. The sort of DMs that I was hoping to get into, like these DMs of people you don't necessarily know, but there's, the 12 degrees of separation. You're not too far off from
You know, like,
knowing.
similar followers and stuff.
Yeah.
I still think in that case, like responding to a story or something works, because as someone who gets all different types of DMs, the ones that work the best are the ones that at least show me that you're somewhat interested in what I'm doing or what I'm saying. And that is by looking through my story, because I post to my story way more than I post to my grid.
It makes sense, because that's them participating in a conversation that you've initiated rather than them coming at you from random places. It makes sense.
Or like, if you're gonna do something like that, you could just be like, "Hey, I see we're both friends with blah blah blah," like something. But even then, like, I'd probably ignore that, or like go to our mutual friend and be like, "Hey, tell me about Ed." You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I assume that's what it is. I assume if I, which I have. So I assume that whoever I've messaged, whoever our mutual friends are, whoever their best friend or their closest friend is amongst them, they've reached out to them and they go, "Oh, how do you know this person? He just messaged me, yada yada."
Yeah.
I assume that's a natural course of action in that. I don't know, man. I guess I'm just stuck. Because it's like because my ex-girlfriend moved to Washington and now I'm lonely. So I'm just stuck, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think
No, you know what? I'm good. I'm not stuck, dude. I'm killing it. I got a brand new Instagram, cuties and cardigans. We're gonna take off soon. I promise. We're gonna take off soon. Vote no on 22.
I mean, I think there's definitely a way to do it. For me, when a guy just like either slides in with a dick pic, which has happened a lot, no, or I get a lot of just slide-ins just going hi. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna say hi to a stranger.
So do you? Oh, here's another question. So do you actually go in and read the DM, or is it just like you'll read like the little preview that it gives you, and if it's nothing interesting, you won't even open it?
Well, I don't let people I don't follow DM me without me having to approve it. So I will go read it, but I won't necessarily approve it, so you won't know that I'm reading it. And I have never approved a DM, and I've been getting like probably up to 10 a month at least since 2017. Sorry, I know that's like maybe not what you want to hear, Ed, but I also feel like if someone's sliding into my DMs, it's because they want a sexual relationship with me, but they don't know anything about me, and that always feels very weird to me. I'm like, oh, look, you saw a picture of my boobs, and you're like, yes, let me talk to this girl. That's how it always feels.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's any. I think coming into this conversation, I don't know if there was anything that I was like hoping to hear. I don't know if I like went into the conversation being like, "Oh, I hope she says you're doing good, kid." It was just more like
we all want that in every conversation.
Yeah, it was just more like I had these ideas of what the other person may or may not be doing or thinking as I essentially shoot my shot, Space Jam's my favorite movie. My favorite character in Space Jam is Michael Jordan's father as a kid. Because he goes, "Go ahead, shoot till you son miss, or shoot till you miss, son." Shoot till you son miss a much better line though. He should have said that. Shoot till you son miss.
Michael Jordan's
he
dad
should have said that. But yeah, it's like, but also it's not like, don't go fucking shooting your shot at every single fucking girl that it's on that you see and you come across with. It's like.
Okay. Let's do this.
Can I keep going? Can I keep going? This is for the Patreon, man. It's for the Patreon listeners. We gotta give them content. I'm getting tired.
Let's do this. We gotta get to the end of the show. So let's do this. Let's take a minute, everybody. Think of the DM that you would send to change Kara's mind and get her to accept your message. Okay, and I'll cover. I'll go first. Everybody, think of this. Amelia, you too. Kara, you too.
I have a
I'm just
question.
kidding.
I have
You
a
don't
question though. Are we responding
okay.
to like a story? Can she have put up like a story where I don't know, she's doing
good
a
idea.
sketch?
What are we responding to?
Yeah,
I put a
like
lot of pictures of my cats in my stories if you want to pretend to respond to that.
do they do funny things like push each other off stuff?
Yeah, I don't ever. Yeah, they're either being really cute or like playing fetch or doing something weird. But you know, or I take them on walks sometimes. You know.
Okay.
Is this like?
Okay.
Is this
So
okay? The last
we're all
question.
responding.
Last
Okay,
question. Is this like is this me right now or like me? I've never met Kara before. Me.
Whatever you think would work best. Whatever you think would get her to change her mind.
Okay.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
Now, while everybody thinks of that, Kara, is there anything that you'd like people to find you on the internet? Anything you'd like people to find on the internet to find you on the internet? Obviously, we don't want them sliding into your DMs, but if there was a handle you wanted to plug, what would that be?
I mean, yeah, you can find me on Instagram is probably what I'm on the most. Just at Cara Meyers, right there. It's very nice. I mean, if you want to slide into my DMs and see if you can change my mind, good luck. But I'm open. I can be changed, maybe, probably not. But if we have a mutual friend, there's your chance. That's probably how I will respond to you because I don't want our mutual friend to think that I'm a bitch, which is normally how it goes.
Wow, that's an interesting angle to take. Like, hey, I know, hey, Kara, I know Ezra, so you have to respond. That's not my.
I would ask you, Ezra, about this person. And if you're like, oh, they're a good person, I'd be like, ugh, all right, I guess I'll respond. Like,
okay. I'll go first, so everybody has a bit of time. We're also going to do plugs in this. This is how we're doing plugs today.
Got it.
So I'll be plugging a couple of things real quick before I say my thing. First of all, I want to just say Danny Carpenter's not here, but he's at Danny Dick Pics on Instagram if you want to see him. He doesn't post dick pics, don't worry. It's just his name for some reason. Also, Adam's not here. He's at Adam R. Mac on Instagram and Twitter too, I'm pretty sure. He's good. He's not here. He was in that first video if you watched it. And of course, Steve Sotelo, also not here. You witnessed a little bit too much of him tonight. Go ahead and follow him if you'd like to. And you should. You should like to. He's great. And then I, of course, am at Ezra Partier on Instagram. Also at Lester Pips. That's I do Apocalypse Tips with Lester Pips every Thursday. He's a fun guy. And there's this show that we're doing on this channel called Fake News, which that's not the right banner, but it is one we use. There we go. Fake News, Fridays, 7 p.m. right here on this very channel. Okay, that's all the plugs. Thank you for bearing through them. Now, what I'm going to say to get into Kara's DMs is, hey, that cat is cute. Does it have a name, and is it Cat?
are we saying like I know you already, Ezra? Because then yes, I would respond to that. But
Well,
not
unsolicited. It's you see my face, but you don't have any association with it.
if I see your face with all these people standing behind you in this picture, absolutely not.
Oh, okay. All right, great. Amelia, you want to go next?
Yeah. Okay. So you can definitely follow me on Instagram at Cara Meyers, and I also stole your idea, Ezra, and I am throwing in my Twitter handle as well. Oh, we're doing that. So you can find me on Instagram at Cara Meyers, and then on Twitter I'm also at Amelia Whistles. I like to have movie nights at like 2 in the morning while I'm studying the different propositions. So you can definitely catch my rantings about Airbnb being a castle in London. So there we go. Again, sorry for not knowing the Tinder game and what people are doing to get into people's DMs, but I figured like if it were me, I'm a very talkative person, so my first text would literally be a paragraph. And that segues into like, hey, your cats are really cute. What breed are they? I'm looking into getting some myself. What they don't know is I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to cats, so this would just be a conversation that leads into what your cats, what are your cats?
Honestly, that might work. That might, if you're like looking to get a cat and like adopt a cat, then you would speak to a certain part of my heart where I'm like, yes, you need help. I will help you. But then if you tried to like take that and like go into like dating, I'd be like, excuse me, this is about cats. Yeah.
You have to do some work to bridge that gap from cat to.
Maybe what I'm hearing right now is that I have a huge wall up and it's real hard to get through it.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. There's a lot of random folks on the internet. Speaking of random people on the internet, Denzel, what would you do?
That fits me. Well, being that I don't know, I'm kind of antisocial to a certain extent with people that I don't know. I would, if we happen to somehow be following each other in a weird world where we wouldn't know each other, I'd probably just like hit the reaction button and like do the laughing emoji. I'm gonna be honest, because like I don't like diving in. Yeah, I
mean, you're having a hard time even looking at us, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just because I'm really thinking, and I'm like, it's like that thing. Have you guys seen things like this? It's like,
yeah,
I don't know. I'd probably just hit the reaction button and a similar. I mean, I wouldn't ask about like what kind, like all the cats. I'd just be like, ha, funny cats. Oh no, I wouldn't do both. That's too much. That's 2 messages. So I would either do the reaction thing or ha, funny cats. You have funny cats. And I wouldn't really expect a message back. I'd just be like, I hope she knows she has funny cats. Yeah. And move about my day. But
that's just a guess.
No. That's a fail. I mean, that's.
Oh, that's not the thing. Okay, all right.
No, but I don't have one that'll work. Like I'm not. I don't know if you understood my rant at all from earlier. Yeah, no, I really don't even know how to pretend on what I would do.
If you want to get like a really nice message like that, that just says ha or a reaction, he's at Sir Suavemente on Instagram.
Yeah, and Twitter as well. But which are my tweets. I'm on Twitter more. Twitter is more fun. I get to be random and just outrageous. Yeah,
I concur.
And outside of people's DMs.
Okay, well, I guess that you threw in the towel, so Cara, you don't even have to respond to that one. Ed, what are you thinking?
Well, like I said, you could go follow Cuties in Cardigans. Also, my new Instagram is at MRBEAN. You can follow me at MRBEAN. That's my new Instagram. Mr. Bean. I don't know. I'd be like, hey, I have a friend named Steve who really loves cats. And then that'd be it.
Yeah, that would not. I would.
No. I mean, all jokes aside, I'd be like, hey, hey, I saw you on my friend Ezra's podcast. I thought you were really funny. I hope you don't mind the ad. That would be like the initial message.
And that would work. That, like, right there, if you did that, I would probably respond. I don't know how far I would take that conversation, but I would at least be like, hey, thanks for listening. You know what I mean? I would do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ezra, or like, I'd respond in a certain way back, but I would be very hesitant to keep this conversation going. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's sorry to cut you. I don't in terms of like getting someone to like reply to a DM like that. It's just like, oh, you start a conversation, you get inside their bubble, their world, and then, I mean, if you continue it, it's like maybe you react to a story, or maybe they react to your story if they follow you. It's never just like let me just go in and let me go head first and shoot my shot, like go for the home run. It's always like you gotta build a foundation for it all. Schooling, that's what it is. Listen, all you cuties out there that want to slide into people's DMs, like build a foundation. Let them know you care. Let them know that they're not just this object that you want. Whether you be male or female, one way or another. Because sometimes guys can get these DMs, and just build a foundation. Just play it cool. Nobody likes anyone that's clingy. Nobody likes anyone weird. But yeah,
speaking of me, I feel like we've clung on to this show for a little bit too long, and it's maybe time for us to say goodbye. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I thought I saw something happen. Okay, Steve is here. Steve, did you want to try?
Sure.
Steve?
What a fucking
Steve, we can't hear you, man. This would have been worth it if we could hear you.
You can't hear me.
Yeah,
no, we can now.
Okay, sorry, my laptop's crazy. All right, so the scenario is it's you, on your story. There's a photo of a cat. Of
Yeah.
your cat?
Yes, there is right now.
Okay, for sure. So here's how I started up. Damn, girl, that's a pretty pussy. Now, you seem to be the type of woman who's into Sarah Bareilles. I am also a Bareilles connoisseur. Perhaps we can discuss this over some Bartlett and James watermelon strawberry cooler. Oh, I forgot to say my name. Hello, I'm Steve Sotelo, and here is a tissue for the moistness. And that's
Oh my god! I honestly, absolutely not. No, there's no way. I'm not a Sarah Berry, whatever. I'm not her fan. I would have checked out right there.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's
Also,
okay,
if
Steve, you gotta go. It's okay.
If you wrote pussy, I'd be like, nah, not for me.
And on that bombshell,
good thing we ended it on that.
Yeah.
We gotta end it after that. That's the show. Listen, if you're out there and you're thinking I should follow Echo Finger Guns and let them know that Ezra's a better host than Adam, do it. And if you're thinking I should tell them that Adam's a better host than Ezra, I mean, do that too. We just want to know. Honestly, feedback is feedback, and we'd appreciate it. That's what our show is now, and we'll be back every Monday here at 7, right here on at Finger Guns.
Go Finger Guns. Instagram, Twitter, you know the deal. Follow us, leave us a review. Follow us on Twitch. Come on, go get the Patreon. We need the money. We need the paper.
Buy the merch.
That's what it is. You know, and as we always, Cara, to close out the podcast, we do a little finger gun and we say pew, pew, pew on the count of 3. If you want to join us, you can. If not, I'm going to do it anyways to close it out. 3, 2, 1. Pew, 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 pew. Gang, gang, heat in 5.